Well, welcome back. Haven't been around for a while. What have I been up to in my bargain RCs? Well, picked up a few of these. This is a Ripmax. This one is the Zip model. It's a great little buggy. Not the best suspension in the world. It's just sprung. Not much in the way of damping, but it does the job. Metal chassis, kind of handy. All plastic, no adjustable tie rods or camber adjustment. But it's not a bad little thing. Great little thing to start with. Pop the body off on this one. Comes with a 370 motor, built-in receiver and servo on the front, although the servo is actually separate. If you actually take all this off, it is a standard 3-wire servo, so it can be upgraded. We'll come to that in a minute. Nice little buggy, nice looking little thing, well presented, nice body, looks trick. Only managed to get 18 mile an hour out of this one with the old trusty Sky RC GPS. Works quite well. It's one I always use. Rather than having an app on my phone, it's there and you can read it straight away. So, what do we think we could do with one of these? Well, now then, in the range they do the Husky, which is a pickup truck, and the Dingo, which is a racing truck. But they also do the Jackal. Now this one is exactly the same car, but I've been played with a little bit. We've had a little bit of trickery on that. Has a 7mm hex drive. We've adapted them to 12s, so you can get some bigger foams on there. It's a very similar body, just a different paint scheme. However, we have the little Surpass brushless conversion. Comes complete, all sealed in the box with the speed controller. I think it's about 20 amps, 25 amps, something like that. This particular one, I can't even read, is 8,200 kV. Haven't actually installed this one yet in anything, as you can see. Not had that one up for a run. This little one, we've managed to pop in my eyesight's not what it was, a 7.2, 2S, change the plugs to Dean's. There you go. There's that little servo I was telling you about on the Zip. Exactly the same servo. I've just taken the receiver out, put a separate Sky RC receiver in. They work fine for what I want. They're cheap, they're cheerful. Foam tyres, sits a little bit higher on the ground. Haven't been able to get this one out for a speed run yet. If you're in the UK, you'll know the weather's not been great. This particular one has a plastic chassis, although everything else is identical. I have got a Dingo here, which is one of the trucks. Just bear with, here we go. That's the Dingo. Again, same car, exactly the same. Metal chassis, carbon effect, but metal chassis. We've converted this one to Dean's plugs again. This one's running a standard 370 motor, same as the Zip that we showed you earlier. But they're good little trucks, slightly bigger wheels and tyres on that one, but still a little 7mm hex drive. I think they're a great little truck, great little car, great little buggy, depending on what model you buy. I haven't got a Husky to hand. As I say, I have one, but I recently passed that on to Pastures New. But this one should be interesting. I'm hoping with 2S pack, 7.2 kV brushless system, I'm thinking perhaps 30 plus. Obviously, as soon as I know, I'll update you. It's whether you can run him stable enough. And obviously with these things, like anything on any kind of speed run, it's down to the road surface. You need a reasonably road surface, a little tiny. These are only 16th gauge. So you need a reasonably smooth surface. You get any bumps and lumps and before you know it, you're in a big crash. And we all know about the big crashes and how expensive they are. But it's a great little buggy. I don't know what you think. You have to excuse the battery tray retainer there. It didn't come with one, so that's an old Inferno spoiler, speed run spoiler that we cut down, so we've used that to make a battery strap. But I'm not the greatest at neat wiring, but it does the job. Can't really show you any video of it running because, as I say, A, it's dark, and B, it's raining. I just thought I'd give you a little update of what I've been doing and what I've been playing around with. If you're in the slightest bit interested, I've also picked up a couple of Mavericks, little Maverick Ions. These are again robust little truck. Oh, hello. I'll find that later. Robust little truck. Again, converted. This one's got a 4,500 kV motor in it, slightly longer. And there again is that little servo, little separate servo that they hide in there. Reasonably standard plastic drive shafts. Strange thing with Mavericks, they have a D drive on the axle, so you can't actually change the wheels for anything else. Can't change them for foams. You are very much limited to Maverick's own wheels. Maverick, of course, is the poor brand, if you like, of HPI. HPI makes some fantastic vehicles. That was the XT, so that's like a stadium truck. This is an MT, more of a monster truck. Again, little brushless motor in there. Speed controllers down here. This one's got a little gyro in it. I put that in. I on this size of car with this kind of quality, I'm not sure it really makes that much of a difference. Upgraded drive shafts on the back. They're metal. They're normally plastic chassis on this one, but they're all pretty resilient. I've not had any breakages yet. I don't go bashing with them. I'm not a basher. I just set my own personal speed challenges. I'm never going to take on the world. This one, currently I ran it about 25 mile an hour, but I haven't really had much of an opportunity to get it out. The weather's just been so terrible. So that's where I'm at. We all know about the little WL Toys thing. The only trick I come up with this is putting another set of back wheels on the front, increases steering, but they're very, very tail happy. Needs a little bit more work. The Micro B has gone now, but this is here. I'm waiting for a couple of other things to turn up soon. Hopefully we'll get something a bit more interesting, and maybe we'll get some runs in when the weather's a little bit better. Anyway, that's where we're at. That's what I've done so far. They're all bargains. They're not, as you can see, they weren't purchased new. They were pre-loved, previously enjoyed. But if you're careful when you shop around, you can get, well, plenty of things for not a lot of money. But be realistic. You know, these are hobby grade. They're upgradable. You can get metal drive shafts. You can get alloy suspension, which I never recommend because it always bends something else. The remotes for them come reasonably well set up. I've got one here. Hang on a minute. So you've got your standard throttle and trim settings, but you've got dual rate, and you can turn the throttle down, switchable, forward reverse on both servos. Quite simple, easy to hold, nice size, foam wheel, range isn't too bad. Yeah, it's all good stuff. Just keep your eyes open, guys. You know what's out there. You just got to find it. It's just a case of shopping around. Good fun, these little Mavericks. Having said that, these are phenomenal little buggies for what they are. Not expensive. Ripmax parts are available. Parts are available for Mavericks, as we all know. Can be a little bit sketchy in the UK. One or two of the big shops keep them, but eBay is the king. Anyway, just thought I'd give you a little update. Hope you're enjoying yourselves. Christmas is coming. Don't forget to treat yourself for something a little bit nice for Christmas. So we've got a new 16th WL Toys, I'm hoping, coming our way at some stage. China imports are a little bit strange this time of year. All a little bit busy. Next upgrade, not sure. We've got the HPI Mini Recon, which is running standard. That might go brushless with that. But where's it gone? That little set I showed you. Not sure yet, but I will let you know. As soon as I do something, I'll stick it on a video. All the best, guys.